Hey everyone! Today we're diving into something that can be really damaging in relationships: the silent treatment. You know those moments when one person just shuts down and stops talking? Yeah, it's more than just a pause in conversation. Let's explore why this happens and what it really means. First up, emotional avoidance. Some people are terrified of conflict. They fear things will get worse or they might be rejected. So, they stay silent to avoid confrontation. Others just can't express their emotions. They might feel overwhelmed but don't know how to talk about it. And then, there's emotional immaturity. Some use silence as a way to punish or control, hoping to force the other person to apologize. Next, control and power dynamics. The silent treatment can be a manipulation tool. By refusing to communicate, one person creates anxiety and guilt in the other. They might do it to gain leverage or as a form of punishment. It's about creating a power imbalance, avoiding accountability, and maintaining control. Then there's past trauma or learned behavior. Some people grew up in environments where silence was the norm during conflicts. They replicate this in their adult relationships. Others have attachment issues. Silence becomes a way to cope with perceived threats. And for some, it's a trauma response, a defense mechanism to protect from emotional harm. Lack of communication skills plays a big role too. Some folks just don't know how to handle disagreements constructively. They retreat into silence instead. Vulnerability is tough. It's easier to shut down than to open up and risk judgment or rejection. Sometimes it's simply a misunderstanding of boundaries. Now, emotional exhaustion and burnout. When someone's emotionally drained, they might withdraw to cope. It's not always manipulative. Sometimes they just need space to recharge. Repeated conflicts can lead to resentment, causing them to shut down. Personality traits or disorders add another layer. Passive-aggressive tendencies, narcissistic traits, or avoidant personalities often express themselves through silence. It's their way of avoiding criticism or maintaining control. Cultural or gender norms also play a part. In some cultures, silence is seen as a respectful way to handle conflict. Gender socialization can influence this too. Men, for example, might be taught to suppress emotions, leading to withdrawal. Relationship dynamics are crucial. Unresolved issues, cycles of conflict, and lack of trust often lead to repeated silent treatment. It's a sign of deeper problems in the relationship. Mental health factors like depression or anxiety can cause someone to withdraw. High stress levels impair communication, leading to avoidance. Low self-esteem makes vulnerability hard, causing people to shut down. Sometimes it's an intentional or unintentional habit. If silence has worked before, the person might keep using it. Or they might not realize the impact of their behavior. So, what can you do if you're on the receiving end? Set boundaries. Make it clear that silence isn't acceptable. Encourage open dialogue and create a safe space for communication. Seek professional help if needed. And if it's part of a larger pattern of manipulation or abuse, reassess the relationship. Understanding the root causes of the silent treatment helps address the behavior. It's often a harmful way to handle conflict. With awareness and effort, healthier communication patterns can be fostered. And if needed, professional intervention can break the cycle and create a more constructive relationship dynamic. Thanks for watching, and take care of each other.